Hello, friends. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth. Today, with another live video. It's a beautiful day. Hoping you get in there because we're going to be talking about a very, very interesting subject after I go over the news of the day. And I'm going to go over the real news and the not so real diversion news, or some people call it fake news. Fake news are everywhere. Everywhere, every single day. And they just keep you entertained so that you waste your time or you do the things that they want you to do, and they keep you hypnotized. And you just follow the crowd. Monkey see, monkey do. So without other further questions, we're going to get started today. I'm glad you're getting in there. This is Space Rocker of the Planet Earth, Tony Dizant, here with another live video. And today's video title is going to be Scammers. They're everywhere. Scammers. They're everywhere. But before we get into all that, I want to go over a little bit of the real news of the day and the not so real news, the version news that they want you to think, they want you to believe, and they want you to follow so that you can keep yourself hypnotized and do whatever they want you to do. Of course, we all know that the Middle East is in conflict. One of the headlines said Israel is ordered to immediately halt fire at Rafah by the UN, United Nations Court. This is a very great diplomatic effort on their part, and this is very real what's happening. This is not the fake diversion, but of course Israel has a purpose here, and their purpose is stronger than anything that the UN might say. And the what happened on October 7th of last year was for real. A lot of innocent people were killed, and it sparked all this chaos and nonsense that we're dealing with it to this day. And so the best of luck with all that. I'm looking at it. I don't like it. I'm going to keep saying that peace is possible. It starts with you. It doesn't start with anybody else. It starts with you. Peace starts with you. And that's all I'm going to say about that. In another diversion news, they're hinting that North Korea and Russia have a surprise October maneuver, let's call it. Maneuver. Surprise October maneuver that would benefit the campaign of Donald Trump. That's just a make-believe. That's just a make-believe. But what happens is with predictions, or if you put something out there, like people call it the universe, if you put out something out there in the universe and you talk about it and you just put it out there so people can see it, people start thinking about that. And if they had put it out there and they put the picture of these two individuals, it's because maybe there's some truth about it, that Russia and North Korea wants to do the little shenanigans so that it could benefit the campaign of Donald Trump. So it doesn't mean that the ex-president is friends with those people, like some people say. Even though he might say he's friends with them, I don't think he is. He's just saying it. So, I mean, he could say something, make you believe something, so that you start talking about it. But if they start putting out there that these guys are going to be doing some mischiefs, maybe we ought to believe it. And they even mention a month, which is October, the month before the elections. So we gotta be careful about that. In other news, and I was talking about yesterday about Live Nation and Ticketmaster, and they getting so big and all that. And I do have to make a correction. It's not the Department of Defense, it's the Department of Justice that's doing this. The Department of Justice. It's just that I got the Department of Defense in my head because all of these conflicts that are going on right now. I mean, Ukraine, um, the Middle East, Taiwan, you name it. It's just a mess right now in the world. So I got Department of Defense like embedded in my head, and I just splattered it out without even thinking. But it's actually the Department of Justice that is saying that Live Nation is a monopoly. Now, this is a strategy, and I told you about it because what happens is, like for example, they just mentioned that Taylor Swift do not really care about what's going on with Live Nation. I'm not really sure if she's a. I'm not really sure if she's an artist of Live Nation. Maybe she is. Maybe she isn't. I'm not sure about that. I don't follow that. But what I'm saying is this: she has so many fans around the world that it doesn't matter where she goes. She's gonna sell tickets. So whoever she picks to sell the tickets, it doesn't really matter. She can probably open up a company on her own and say, Taylor's Ticketmaster or Taylor's Ticketing or whatever, and probably she'll be successful with that because I mean I'm not sure about how the laws um, in between are, but look, there's some people that are flying around the world to go see Taylor Swift, and they're even saying that it's easier to go overseas, like to Europe, easier, more convenient. You take a trip, and it's even less expensive than to try to see her over here because all the chaos on getting a ticket. So you think about that one for a second. If you can go to Europe, take a trip, go see Taylor Swift, and then walk around and see the sights and everything of that country, and it's not going to cost you that much, and you take it as a little vacation with your daughter or something, that may be a nice thing to do. So, I mean, look, how far have we gone? But I'm telling you this, if you're an artist and if you make your own music and you keep at it and you succeed like Taylor Swift, this is what can happen. This is what can happen. The lady is like phenomenal. And she, despite what anybody says, she's ruling the world right now. And she's moving people around the world wherever she goes. So my hats off to her. And I'm gonna leave that and I'm gonna go to what I said I was gonna do, which is today's video. Today's video is about scammers. They're everywhere. And it was on the fake real news today that some lady got scammed, but it happens every day, every minute, or every second. Okay? Why do not I got a lot of friends that say to me, Tony, why don't you have, I'm not going to mention any transaction companies because I don't want to hurt anybody, but I don't have any cash apps. I don't have, I don't pay anything online. Call me old fashioned or call me whatever you want, but they don't know my account number. Nobody does. Why? And of course, all you youngsters out there are gonna be like, "Oh man, you missing out." I'm not missing out on nothing. You missing out because they taking your money. They taking your money little by little, and you don't even know it. A little cent here, a little quarter over here, a little this, a little fee over here, whatever. But they're not gonna scam me, okay? Because not too far long back in the past, I say maybe in the 2010s, about a decade ago, there were some scammers. And that's the last time I used my debit card. And I call that incident the Kentucky Fried Chicken fiasco. Kentucky Fried Chicken fiasco. And why do I call that incident the Kentucky Fried Chicken fiasco? Okay, I have, and I still have it. I don't use it, but I still have it. And I would use it if I need to use it, but I hardly ever use it. It's a debit card from my bank. And some lady from my bank called me up and said, Mr. So-and-so, are you in Mississippi? And I said, no, ma'am, I'm not in Mississippi right now. Well, it just so happens that you just charge some money to a gas station in Mississippi, and those same people that charge and put some gas in their car went to Kentucky Fried Chicken and ate up $87 worth. Are you in Mississippi in that Kentucky Fried Chicken? I told the lady, ma'am, I just told you that I'm not in Mississippi. So why you keep asking me if I'm in Mississippi? And then she started asking me all kind of questions to see if she was talking to the real person. And I answer all the questions, and I answer all the questions that you have in there. Who's your pet? What's your pet? What's this and that? What city were you born? This and that, whatever. I answer all the questions. And she said, well, they got charges over $100 now because they just ate $87 in Kentucky Fried Chicken, and they also put some gas in their car. And I said, well, do something about it, ma'am. The next day, the lady calls me up. And she said, guess what? The police caught the intruders. And I said, for real? Yeah. We're going to get the money back, even though we already put your money back, but we're going to get our money. And I said, wow, how do you do that? And she said, I just called a couple of Kentucky Fried Chickens that they had in the area. You see? That's not the only scams that are out there, okay? You can get scammed on the phone. You can get scammed online. You can get scammed just opening an email. So Basically, call me what you want, but if I don't need to do it, I don't need to check my email. I mean, I don't have to answer to nobody, so I don't need to check my email. I mean, you're gonna email me, you better let me know, because now I'm not checking my email. Okay, I'm not answering the phone unless I know who it is, and I'm definitely not opening anything that I don't know what is it. So all these people that tell me, oh, why don't you pay that stuff online? Now you see what happens is you pay the stuff online, okay? Like say you're gonna pay the water bill, for example, online. I got people over here that got charged thousands of dollars on their water bill. And then like it takes months for them to recoup their money, if they ever recoup their money. Okay? Because mistakes are made, sometimes purposely, but mistakes are made. So you got people, well, they don't stop that, but you have people over here going and paying their water bill with cash. They stop that. So now you got to go somewhere and pay it with a check or something like that, or maybe use your debit card and get robbed. So they still got it like that, okay? But they want to go to a cashless society. They want to go to a way where you don't they have control over every transaction that you make. And of course, you do what you want. You do whatever you want. I'm not saying do what I do, but the way to combat the scammers, which they're everywhere. Scammers are everywhere every single day, every single minute, every single second. Okay? They're just trying to get your money. So, if you don't believe me, just look around. They're everywhere. And the way to combat this right now, I believe, is to just stop the nonsense and stop the, oh, send me the money through your phone, or send me the money through the computer, or send me the money, do you have a Cash App? Do I look like I have a Cash App? I don't have no Cash App. Okay, I'm the space rocker of the planet Earth. I know how to deal with satellites and everything. I know how to make satellites communicate, but I don't have a Cash App. Okay, because I know how these things work, and I know that if I'm not rich, but the little money that I have, I want to keep. So, my advice to you is this. You don't have to do what I do, like I said. But these days, scammers are everywhere. Be careful what you do with your phone, on the computer, on the stuff that you pay. Take a look at your credit card bill or your bills and see what you're paying and what you're not paying and what they're taking out of your account. Because scammers are everywhere. They're everywhere. And with this one, I want to say hi to everybody. I want to say hi to all the people around the world that follow my music and follow my videos. I know who you are, and I really appreciate it. I don't have any way of paying you, so don't ask me that. Don't ask me to send you some money, because I'm not doing it. But I still love you though. This is Tony Dizant, space rocker of the planet Earth. Still living in this beautiful planet called Earth. Today, with the message of scammers. They're everywhere. I'll see you on my next video.